Hi, I'm Tom Hughes. Thanks for watching Channel 6. Today our guest is Randy Olson. He's the Executive Director of Red Wings Port Authority. Thanks for coming in today, Randy.
Thank you.
Tell us what the Port Authority is and what it does.
The Port Authority was established by the City of Red Wing back in 1985 as a public agency to focus on economic development. And so we are the city's economic development agency. We promote economic development for the City of Red Wing, which means that we work with existing businesses to help them hopefully expand in Red Wing. We also attract new businesses to Red Wing. We have a small revolving loan fund, a business financing fund, so we can help businesses with their financing needs. We work on special projects with partners involving the city, the Chamber of Commerce, the Downtown Main Street Group. And then the other part of the port is that we manage the Mississippi River as an asset as it flows through the city of Red Wing. And so commercial shipping oversight, recreational boating oversight are areas that the port also has responsibility for.
And are there projects now that we should know about that you guys are working on that you can talk about?
There are several. One is we're calling it a transient dock project that's part of the Red Wing Rivertown Renaissance project, and specifically it would be really increasing the levee wall capabilities to accommodate the riverboats that are coming to Red Wing in the summertime, but then to also serve as a very visible port of entry for recreational boaters when those riverboats are not docked there. So a very visible dock presence along levee wall. So working on that with the legislature as part of an overall bonding request. We're also mindful of the fact that in 2015, much of Highway 61 through Red Wing will be resurfaced, and there'll be some major construction between Old West Main and the downtown corridor. So what can we do as a port to help businesses during these construction periods?
That'll be pretty disruptive, I would guess.
Very disruptive,
yeah. Yep.
Right. So that's another project. We're working with the Downtown Main Street Group to organize a restaurant competition to draw attention to the fact that we have some very attractive real estate opportunities for new restaurants to locate in Red Wing.
Because we've lost a few over the last couple of years.
We've lost several over the past few years, and we have not been able to replace those restaurants through conventional means. As I mentioned earlier, we've got this revolving loan fund, and so we can continue to make loans for businesses in Red Wing. And then we just get involved with a lot of special projects as it relates to concerns to help businesses grow here in Red Wing.
And you were at the state capitol here a week or so ago. Tell us what you were up there for.
I was. So I was.
Was it a good trip?
It was a very good trip. It was productive. It was the very first day of the legislative session. So there was some legislators, some of the legislators that I testified before, this was their first meeting, so they were still getting back to the process of participating in these meetings, but I was asked to testify to repeal the warehouse tax.
And what's that? What's a warehouse tax?
Well, this past legislative session in 2013, the state initiated a warehouse tax. Basically, it's a 6.5% to 7% tax for businesses that are in the warehousing business. And it just added to the cost of doing business overall. There was a huge outcry because this happened at the end of the session, and because now
let's slide it in right before the end.
Correct.
Right?
Now, because of a budget surplus, it's forecasted to be over $1.2 billion. Legislators are very interested in repealing this tax, and so I spoke on behalf of the business community here in Red Wing, but also we're part of a port association, so I was representing the other ports as part of this association as well in my testimony.
And Do other states around us have that warehouse tax?
They don't, and so there's business that's been lost to our neighboring states, most notably
Yes.
Wisconsin
Yep.
and Iowa. And so with this repeal, it will, again, lessen the barriers of doing business, and hopefully people will continue to support those warehousing activities as they did before the tax initiated.
We'll look forward to updates.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks for coming in. Randy Olson is the Executive Director at Red Wing Port Authority, and I'm Tom Hughes. Thanks for watching Channel 6.